You're listening to the HUD Podcast, the official podcast for the Hudsonian newspaper at Hudson Valley Community College. An HVCC podcast for the students, by the students. Your news now. Get ready to enter the HUD. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the HUD, the official podcast for the Hudsonian newspaper at Hudson Valley Community College. I'm your host, Nolan Cleary. I'm the managing editor for the Hudsonian. There's a new app designed for students at Hudson Valley Community College. It's called MyHVCC, and it's meant to keep students up to date on their classes, assignments, and anything else happening on campus. Joining me today to discuss, we have two of the app's developers. Christy Smith is the Director of Enterprise Operations at HVCC, and Kathleen Petley is the Executive Director for Institutional Effectiveness at Hudson Valley Community College. They're both here today to discuss this new app. Thank you both for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
So tell people a little bit about the MyHVCC app and what they can expect from this new app.
Sure. So we decided to implement the app so that we would have a place to keep everyone on the campus informed in one location. And so what people can expect from the app is a whole lot of information that is available right at their fingertips. We have student announcements, we have mobile notifications of important events and announcements happening on campus. We also have it integrated with our student portal Wired so that students can log in and view their personal information, such as their grades, their student financial records. So it's just a really convenient way to keep everyone connected to happenings on campus and also their personal information. I think one of the most convenient aspects of the app is that you can actually really easily access the daily health screening that is required for when you go to campus. You can just click it open in the app. It autofills most of your information, and you can get that daily health screening taken care of nice and quickly. So we're really excited about all of the features that the app has, and we can't wait until we've got everybody on campus using the app.
How easy is it to use?
It, in my opinion, is so easy. So you just go to the App Store on your iPhone or your Android, and you can download it. It's a free download, and definitely drop us a rating in there as well. So you get your free download. The minute you open it up, you see a beautiful picture of our Hudson Valley campus. And then you've got some menu options at the bottom of the screen. And then if you swipe over, you can see the full menu. Once you open up the app, you only have to log in once. So once you log in, anything that had a little lock next to it, the little lock icon, you can then access those different areas. You don't have to log in for each different area. You will log in for each different time you use the app, but once you're logged into one area, then you're logged into all areas. And I also forgot to mention, it is connected to Blackboard, so you can actually also launch Blackboard through the app as well. We're trying to bring in a lot of different features that will make it really useful for students and the rest of the campus community.
Now, how did the idea for this app come about?
Well, it's been a long time coming, actually. We wanted to be able to reach our students in the way that students are used to being communicated with these days. And we wanted to be mobile friendly in what we are doing. So it has been a discussion point for a number of years here on campus, and here we are. We're very, very glad to be here.
Now, you said people can access their grades on here. How can people get to that through the app?
Yeah, so when you go to the menu on the app, there's actually a menu item that says grades. So that is one of the areas where someone would need to log in. using their Hudson Valley credentials. And then they could just go ahead and click on that grades button, and they would be able to view their midterm grades, which are good indicators of how you're progressing in your classes so far. And then once final grades are available, they'll be able to view final grades there as well.
Okay. Now, what do you hope to accomplish with this app? Or what's the main thing you hope to accomplish with this app?
Yeah, so we're just really excited about making the information accessible to students at their fingertips. So we really want students' information to be easily accessible, and we also want students and the rest of our community members to feel connected to what's happening on campus and to know what's going on. And I think the announcements section of the app really provides a great opportunity for that. And Nolan, one other area that I forgot to mention is that the app actually also has this really great GPS functionality, and it integrates with a student's schedule. So let's say that in the future, when we're all back on campus, a student comes to campus in their first week of classes, they can, in the app, they can have the app direct them to each specific building on campus so that they can really easily navigate the campus and find their classes. And they won't really need to have that feeling of not really knowing where they're going, because they'll have that GPS functionality available right at their fingertips.
Now, how do you hope to, because I know this is a new app, how do you hope to get the word out about this app?
Yeah, so we are working with the college's marketing and communications department, and we are also working with the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society chapter here at Hudson Valley. They actually are doing their college project, and their focus is to get the word out about the app to the campus community. So they have taken several steps to do that so far. They got these color-coded wristbands imprinted with download the MyHVCC app that people got when they came to campus. If you've been coming to campus, you know that you have to get approved through the clearance process each day, and you get a wristband when you do that. So they got these custom wristbands encouraging people to download the app. They were also giving out some information cards about the app. I believe we've got some flyers. We sent an email to all students and all faculty and staff. And so we are really working to use a number of different tools, and also including social media. PTK has been posting on their social media, and our marketing and communications department has as well. So we're using a lot of different methods, and Kathy has some others to share as well.
Yeah, just a couple of other points with regard to how PTK has helped us. Some members of PTK had reached out to College Forum instructors and were invited into some College Forum classes to help encourage the classes, the students in the classes, to download the app. And PTK members have also made themselves available to assist any student who might need help with downloading the app and navigating it. So we are very grateful to PTK for their involvement and their excitement about the app.
The PTK president also made this really fantastic video that we showed at the all college meeting, which was so great. And he talked about the app and all of the benefits of it. And so we're, again, as Kathy mentioned, we're so appreciative of all of the PTK members, as well as the PTK advisors, who have played such a huge role in helping us get the word out about this new app.
Now, did PTK have any involvement in the development of the app?
They came into the project once the app was up and running. And in terms of development and feedback, we are certainly open to feedback, and we are definitely taking suggestions. So if there are users on campus, students, faculty, staff, we would be very open to their suggestions for enhancement and all that.
I know this is available right now on the iOS App Store. If someone has a different phone, if somebody has an Android, can they still access the app?
They sure can. They can just go to their Google Play Store and download it for free from there.
All right. Do you plan to expand the app as time goes on?
We do. We are looking to really get as much functionality as we can into the app while still keeping it user friendly and making sure that it's not overwhelming. So we do have some ideas for future enhancements, and we hope to have those some added pieces available in the app shortly. So we're definitely looking for ways to expand it, and working on continuous improvement and continuous development so that we can keep the app up to date and meeting all of the needs of the users.
What do you hope students take the most from this app?
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, I'm hoping that they'll see it as a useful tool. Really, just to reiterate some of the things that Christy has already mentioned, we're hoping that students will get in the habit of looking at the app every day to see the student announcements so they can see what might be going on, whether it's either virtual or on campus. Once we're able to get back to campus, we want students to know what's going on. And we've heard for a number of years that students didn't always know that something was happening in a certain building because they tend to have their classes in a different building on campus. And by looking at the app, they'll be able to see what is going on around campus for any given day. It's information at their fingertips. So we're hoping that they'll take and make the best use of it.
So tell us a little bit more about the student announcements. How does that work, and how can somebody get on the student announcements, or how can a club or a student get something on the student announcements?
Yeah, so there is a form that can be filled out on the Hudson Valley website through the Marketing and Communications Office. And a lot of different offices and departments on campus will submit their events and any important informational announcements from their offices to be included with the student announcements. And those are posted daily on Blackboard. And then they also go out to students via email on a weekly basis. So all of those announcements get included in there, and that can be submitted through the Marketing and Communications Office.
All right. Now, this app also is somewhat connected to the HVCC website. Can you tell people a little bit more about that?
Yes, so we actually have brought in some different pages from the Hudson Valley website. One of those pages is the campus directory. So I think this is extremely useful because if someone opens up the app and they're looking for a phone number for an office or for a specific person that works at the college, they can just go ahead and search right in the directory, find that person, and click the phone number because it's already on their phone. So it's just really such a convenient way to access that information from the website.
Now, who designed the layout for the app?
The layout really was provided to us by Ellucian, which is the company that owns the app or created the app. We internally applied our own coloring and logos and pictures, but again, it was using the tools that were provided to us from the company that we just took advantage of and used.
Now tell me a little bit about the notifications, because I know there, notifications for the college come up. For many apps, what they'll do is the notification will just pop up on your phone. Others, you have to go to the app. How do notifications work? Do they pop up on your phone? Do they pop up in the app? How do they work here?
Yeah, so when you download the app, what we would encourage you to do is to turn on notifications. And then what the expected performance is that it would pop up on your phone so that you could see that there's a new message associated with the Hudson Valley app. And we will use that messaging to share important campus announcements and information about important events and things like that. So we're really excited to have this as a tool for communicating with students and letting students know what is happening and all of the important information that they need to know.
Okay, and one more question. Where can people get more information about this app?
I know that our communications and marketing office is working on, and they may already have it out there on the website, but they were working on getting some information on the website, encouraging students to download the app. New students, as they go through the orientation process, are learning how to download the app. They're getting information through the first year experience. And again, just to reiterate some of the things that have already been mentioned, the college forum classes are encouraging it. We've asked all of our faculty to encourage students. And there's lots of posters around campus, which I know doesn't do us a lot of good in a remote environment, but we do have some students on campus, so hopefully they're seeing those posters.
All right, everyone. Well, that about wraps up this week's episode. Christy, Kathleen, thank you again for joining me.
Oh, thank you.
Nolan, thank you so much. And if I may, I just want to mention that there were a number of different departments on campus who played a huge role in making this app come to life. And those departments were enterprise operations, information technology services, marketing and communications, and institutional effectiveness, and also PTK. We're so appreciative of all of the work from PTK. And Nolan, we're so appreciative of you for having us on for your podcast. We really thank you so much.
Well, thank you. All right, that about wraps up this week's episode. Make sure to tune in next week when we talk to a political science professor at Hudson Valley Community College about how you can vote in the 2020 election. To read more about the following stories, make sure to head over to thehudsonian.org for the latest on-campus news from the Hudsonian, and make sure to listen to new episodes of The HUD every Monday.